Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me today. As always, it's taken me a long time to get these videos out. I have had this one filmed for a little while, but just haven't had a chance to do the voiceover and get it edited. But finally, I'm sitting down with it today. So I thought I would do a bit of a colour along type thing, a bit of speed colouring perhaps. So I recently purchased a few goodies from Etsy. So these are illustrations by Agotapop, and I will leave all the links to those Etsy shops down in my description box below. But I follow Agotapop on Instagram, and I just fell in love with her illustrations. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. These are I think they're called Cute Autumn Tinies. So there is 2 sheets, each with 12 little images on. And I just thought these were absolutely adorable. Really, obviously, very fall-esque. So I thought they were perfect for the season. And I just fell in love with them, as I say. So these ones I have printed out onto some Transotype Perfect Coloring Paper, which is the kind of cardstock that I use for alcohol markers. So I intend to colour these with alcohol markers today. And I'm just going to be doing about 6 of them on camera just to kind of show you how I use my alcohol markers. I feel quite comfortable using those on camera because I'm used to them. I've used them for many years. I know which colour combinations work for me, and yeah, I really like them. So look at these cute little critters. They are just adorable. There's lots of little images, lots of critters, lots of leaves, a few books, acorns, some mushrooms. There's all sorts. And I just thought that they were absolutely stunning. And while I was there on Etsy, I took a look at a few other bits and pieces as well. And apart from these autumn themed sheets, she also has this kind of advent calendar type one as well, which I couldn't resist purchasing too. Again, they're just adorable little images, very, very cute. I have actually printed these ones out on some plain copier paper rather than the Transotype, so I can show you the difference there. The Transotype is a little thicker. It's very, very smooth and perfect, as I say, for alcohol markers. These ones I have just printed out on plain copier paper. Because I just figured I could use my pencils on those and maybe use them like an advent calendar to colour in one every day in the lead up to Christmas. And again, aren't they just adorable? Lots of little bears in this set, some little reindeer, a few little birds as well. And again, there are 2 sheets, each with 12 images on, so 24 images in total. There is a numbered version or an unnumbered version. I decided to print out the unnumbered version because I figured that way I can just choose whichever image I wanted to. Now, when I purchased those 2 things, I got this freebie, which was really, really sweet and quite unexpected. So again, another 6 images. Again, I've printed them out on plain copier paper, but very Christmassy and just adorable. And then I was watching Elm Colours, and Erica was showing off this colouring page that she had purchased from Lee Holland Illustrations, I think he is. Again, I'll leave it in the description box below. But when I saw Erica show this page, I fell in love with it and decided I had to have it as well because apparently I don't have enough colouring pages in my collection already. I have no idea when I'm going to get round to colouring this one, but I think it's just stunning, super whimsical. And there is a finished coloured object, coloured image, I should say, that you can look at to reference as well. I'm not sure I'll do that because I would fail miserably in trying to match up to that one. But on to today. So I'm going to choose one of these sheets here to colour, so you can see the one I've chosen here. And I'm just going to start by colouring these 6 images at the top of this sheet on camera. I'm using my Copic Markers. I have a kind of blotter sheet underneath. It's well used. As you can see, I use it quite regularly when I'm using my alcohol markers. And I'm just going to start by popping some colour down. I have sped this up slightly, so this is not real time. But yeah, I just found it a little bit easier to do it slightly quicker on camera, and it keeps the video slightly shorter as well. So I'm using YR18, YR16, Y17 and Y15 for this first leaf, and I will leave all of the colours that I use down below as well in the description box. But it's pretty easy colouring. I'm just doing a little bit of blending with my markers, and I did actually explore a few new to me kind of combinations. I wanted to try a few new things. So the other leaf, the kind of mapley shaped leaf there in the centre of the second row, I used a few kind of different colour combinations that I wouldn't normally, and that was kind of fun. But yeah, for the most part, I just kind of had a lot of fun with this. For me, using my Copics is kind of quite mindless colouring because, as I say, I've been using my Copics for years. They're a medium that I'm very familiar with and feel very comfortable with. Unlike my pencils, which I'm still getting used to, especially different brands of pencils that I haven't used so much. So it was just a really lovely kind of chilled colouring session. And I apologise for the light. We've been getting a few little storms here in Abu Dhabi, which is very unusual. We don't get a great deal of rain very often, and we get very few cloudy days. So it's a bit of a shock when it's a bit darker and grayer outside. And it has been for the past few days. It's really cleared the air though, and the temperatures have dropped quite dramatically. We are now kind of getting highs of maybe like 32, 33 degrees Celsius, which is pretty chilly for us really, and just beautiful, perfect weather at the moment, just absolutely stunning. So the storms came and kind of blew away all the hotness and brought in the cool weather, but when I was filming this, it was a little bit of a darker day. I did have some lights on, but it might cast a few shadows, so I apologize for the lighting. It's probably not the best, but hopefully you can get an idea of what I'm doing. So there is my first leaf. I think it turned out nice and colourful and autumnal. Onto my little acorn, and for this I chose some E40 combinations, so E44, E43 and E42 for the main part of the acorn, and then I think I did E49, E47 and E44 for the top part, and then I added some red leaves, and the little chimney there I did in some neutral greys. So as I say, I will leave all the combinations down below, and I think this is probably all the talking that I'm going to do. I will leave you with a little bit of music to entertain you while you watch me colour, and I'll come back at the end and show you the finished page, which I did complete entirely off camera. So I just did the first 6 images for you here and then completed the rest off camera. I didn't want to keep this too long, but I thought it was just a little fun little page to do. just finishing off my last little image here, the little hedgehog, and I think he is just adorable. I used some E70 markers for him, and obviously the same orange, red, green combinations that I'd used for other parts of the picture. And I think I used a B97, 95 and 93 for his little blue jeans there. I did add a little bit of a black Sakura gel pen to his eyes just to make them pop a little bit more. And then I used a bit of white Sakura Jelly Roll pen there for a few little highlight details on all of my little images. So they were so much fun to colour. As I say, I went on and coloured everything else off camera, which I will show you here now. So there's the first 6 that I did, and then I completed the other 6 as well. And I just think they are absolutely darling little images. So cute. If you do get the chance, go and check out Agotapop on Etsy. As I say, I will leave her link in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care.